All right, Dan, what's the number one phrase you use, question, or comment? Do you have one of those where people go, oh, Dan's coming because they hear what you just said?
You mean like, tell me more?
Sure.
I like that one. Someone gives me an issue or a problem or concern they have. My first response is something along the lines of, tell me more about that.
Yeah. So I was thinking about some of the things that one of the ones I use a lot as I'm talking with people is if I'm a little, I'm looking for that clarity of what they're really trying to get to. I'll just tell them, hey, I don't know what that means. Can you go further for me? Do you have another 3, 4, 10, 12, 1? But what are some of the best questions that you consistently use, like tell me more, that you find to be very effective in kind of opening up the conversation?
I have a list of 712 of these.
Excellent.
I'm just
Let's
joking.
start with number 1.
Well, let's back up just a little bit.
Okay.
What's the reason for asking more questions? What's the reason for trying to clarify? It's because I need to find out what's really happening.
What's really going on? Yeah.
What is the real reason we are meeting? And I'll give you a real easy example to maybe drive this home. So let's pretend whoever's watching this, you come home from work, your spouse is there, and you say to your spouse, hey, honey, how long until dinner? Why might you be asking that question? Well, one could be you're really hungry, you'd like to eat now. Two could be you'd like to cook dinner tonight. Three could be you wanted to go out into the workshop and work on something before dinner. Four could be you want to take the spouse out for dinner. It could be all these different reasons. So why don't we come in and say, hey, honey, I'm really hungry. Let's eat now. Well, because we don't want to upset our spouse if they weren't cooking that night and it was supposed to be you, right? So someone comes to me with, hey, my salespeople aren't prospecting, or hey, how do I close more deals, or hey, how do I whatever. My first response is tell me more. My second response after that is give me a specific example when that happened or when you thought that. Tell me, give me specific. And what starts to happen there, John, is the subconscious mind starts to kick in and they start to think of an actual situation and they'll tell you that. So give me a specific example is the second one. Third one, what have you done to fix that? Or what have you done to keep that from happening? And then the fourth one is something along the lines of, why do you think that did not work? So there's my top four. Tell me more. Give me an example. What have you done to fix that? And why do you think that did not work?
There we go.
You're not going to add anything to that?
No, I got nothing. No, I think that's the point is just, hey, these are some of the most common pieces to help open up the conversation, develop the pain points that you're trying to get to and get to the root of the matter. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Right. Because here's what happens. I'll add to it. People meet with somebody and they go, well, my basement doesn't look real good. Well, let me tell you what we do to improve basements. We do this and blah, blah, blah. No, what do you mean it doesn't look good? Let's go down and take a look at it. Give me an example of a time you walked through your basement or you were using it and you thought to yourself, enough is enough. And what have you done to try to spruce it up and to make it look good? And why is that not right? That you start to uncover real issues. So the key here is quit telling, start asking.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I had one of those moments recently. My daughter and I were standing there, and my wife came around the corner, and we were going out to an event, and she said to me, "Hey, what do you think of this outfit?"
Oh, loaded question.
Right. And I looked at my daughter looked at me, and I looked back at her and I go, "This is a trap, isn't it?" She goes, "Yeah, it's a trap." And we had a nice kind of fun interaction back. But that's kind of thing. We're all self-conscious about certain things. If somebody thinks their basement is horrible, you go down, it might look great to you, but they go, yeah, but over there to my eye, this is what I'm seeing, or this is what's bothering me. And that's what you're trying to get to is the way you view it or see it is not the relevancy of getting to the depth of how somebody else sees it and the
All
pain.
right, John, here's marriage 101. When your spouse says, what do you think of this outfit? Your response should be, wow, are you talking color? Are you talking style? Are you talking length? Are you talking for winter time or summer? Help me. And then they'll tell you, what do you think it looks like, right? But now you're starting because maybe it's, what do you think of this color? What do you think of the length? I don't know. It could be anything.
So What you're saying is I shouldn't go with, I'm sorry, I thought you wanted it to work.
I don't know. Remember, I'm divorced and I'm now remarried, so who knows?
Jesus God. All right, just stop it.